Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Ever, Eddie. It was never in doubt. Cowboys won that game.
It was a little in doubt. It was a little in doubt for a while there.
Maybe a little bit.
Most of the game, I'd say.
I shut my phone off during the game. Well, I didn't shut my phone off. I just completely ignored the branded group, and I had 487,000 text messages after it, and Joe crying like an absolute baby. The Patriot fans aren't even mad. Joe's mad. Joe, the little baby boy. You just text me during the game that I have nothing to do with at all. Shut the fuck up, Joe. Loser. 2-4, loser. Hi, Eddie. I don't know what Aidan's doing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Aidan's doing.
Oh, sorry. Did we start? Oh, my bad. I was watching Kayvon Thibodeau highlights. I didn't realize that we started the show. I was paying attention to things that actually fucking matter. Okay. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm watching Kayvon Thibodeau highlights.
I thought maybe
you guys talking about.
I thought maybe your screen broke like producer Vince's car.
Oh, that's tough.
I don't know.
That's ugly. That was ugly.
Can't be here with us.
Listen, before we officially get into it, we have Eddie with us, who is my NBA co-host.
Yes.
But he's also a Patriots fan.
He is.
All-time chokers. Why they were throwing the ball with 2 minutes left, I have no clue. To let that overrated piece of shit, Trevon Diggs, get another interception is beyond me.
Wait, hold on. Though, I know something that you guys have in common. Trevon Diggs has a pick 6 against both of your teams.
That was rude.
Wait, me and Eddie also have something in common. Oh, our teams have won a Super Bowl since the turn of the century. Okay. So we have like a lot in common, Eddie. Like, I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad that you're on the reaction pod with us. It's great. And like we celebrate in January and February, not in September.
You did one time in your whole life, sir, and you waited a very long time for that.
I've seen what?
You're never going to see it again because now you are back in the hole.
I've seen six NFC championships, and you've seen like how many in my lifetime? 0.
How many of those did you lose though?
I've been to 2 Super Bowls. I've had 2 Super Bowl appearances, and you've seen nothing. You've seen nothing.
I've seen nothing. I remember and have seen 3, and all 3 they won. I'm old. Remember, I'm not your age. I'm old.
Well, I've got 6. So
yeah, congratulations.
So I mean, if we're talking rings, maybe I should be doing
but everybody's always told me live in the present, stop living in the past. I live in the present, and the present says the Cowboys are 5-1, and the Eagles are about to be
barely
the Browns.
I like
Browns
the Cowboys
moving forward.
I enjoy
we're about to be the Browns because we're about to get the next Myles Garrett.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck. You think you're gonna fucking actually draft him?
You could
listen. Kayvon Thibodeau is the best defensive end prospect since Myles Garrett. The Dolphins lost today. We have a legitimate chance at him. So
I told you
that is the.
I told you you're trading all 3 picks for Jimmy Garoppolo.
That is the main story of today, but I guess we'll lead with the second best story of the day. Patriots Cowboys. Eddie,
exhausting.
Thank you for being here as a Patriots fan to discuss what happened. Where you completely choked the game away to a team that shouldn't have won in the Cowboys. But I'll let you guys
the whole game. They beat them.
Hash it out. Really? Because you were losing with 2 minutes left, and some
but you could say losing and dominating the game is 2 different things. They were dominating the game while killing themselves. You don't agree with that?
No, not at all.
How are they not?
I'll let you guys hash it out. So I'm an unbiased narrator. But I don't know why I'm being attacked. I'm just trying to watch Kayvon Thibodeau highlights in peace.
How is that not domination?
It's not great.
In the fourth
doesn't
quarter.
matter. You were losing on the scoreboard. You were losing where it mattered.
But you can dominate the game and still kill yourself and lose. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they were winning the game. They were dominating, but they didn't deserve to be winning at that point. But then at the end, they did because they won.
You're distracting me from Jahan Dotson highlights, from the Iowa Centers highlights, from Kayvon Thibodeau highlights. Who's the safety
Iowa was the most overrated ranked 2 team ever.
Well, hang on. Cincinnati's ranked 2 right now. So
I know. Yeah, true. Right, maybe they're the second.
They deserved AAC for life. AAC for life. Okay. Also,
I want to see Cincinnati, Alabama so bad. Or Cincinnati, Georgia. Oh God.
Anyone's getting smashed by Georgia though. Like if it's who cares, Like if it's
Kentucky,
Iowa, if it's
Kentucky covered. Kentucky covered.
Kentucky covered. Yeah,
they did.
So,
I had that cover.
I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I was like, as soon as Iowa started like pretending that those injuries were fake, even though 4 of the 6 people didn't come back to the game, and their coach was like, well, our fans could smell a rat. I was like, they're going to lose. Like, this is piece of shit karma all the fucking way.
All right, back to today. I don't know if you know this, Aidan. I was talking to Eddie off screen. Cowboys can't even fully have nice things because did you hear what happened?
You haven't made a Super Bowl since
No,
1995?
today.
Yeah, that's part of today.
No.
I'm focused on them now.
This fucking guy. Dak Prescott strained his calf on the game-winning play. And has
Did he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. Dak Prescott suffered a right calf strain on the game-winning play. He will be reevaluated tomorrow along with Marcus Kennedy and Tyron Smith.
All right.
They have the bye coming up, thank God. But if it's the Michael Gallup injury, Michael Gallup's been out since week 1.
Calves are weird. Calves are a weird injury.
Yeah, I know. I have a blood clot in mine.
Oh, yeah. Old. Yeah, yeah, you are old. That kind of helps your cause.
Mm-hmm. You saw 3 Cowboys Super Bowls. You're really old.
It's very true. So, can't even have nice things.
How old are you? Well, I've actually seen the Cowboys win a Super Bowl.
And I have a blood clot. Okay? That's proving. Yeah, so they can't even have nice things. All right, Eddie, I'll let you just go a little bit because, the Patriots had a good game plan. It was a fucking dogfight.
I was going to say, I think we all have rants. So, Eddie, you go first with yours. As the guest of honor,
I don't
Patriots
know if I even
rant,
have
the floor is yours.
I don't even know if I have a rant. I just don't think they're good. They're just bad. I don't know.
No, you stole my rant, so you got to find something else.
Kevin, did I take your rant?
No.
Okay. All right.
You stole my rant.
Cowboys are good.
Talk about Talk about Mac Jones. He is
a bum. It's very simple. I did the show with you guys on draft night. I wasn't happy he was picked. I'm not currently happy. Mac Jones will have like 2 or 3 highlights every other week, and he'll get on a Sports Center, and then everyone's like, "Oh, this guy's the next coming of Brady." But then he's also just a bum that throws pick 6 to Diggs. So can't win. Yeah, I would trade him for Jimmy Garoppolo. I would do that.
I don't know if Bill would do that. Bill trade him away.
I'll talk to Bill. Don't worry.
I'll talk to Bill.
Just give him. What was on his lips the whole game? Were you guys seeing that?
I don't know. He had a scratch on his nose too.
Oh my god, his lips were like just red and crusty and just I didn't know what was happening. I was actually, and it was getting worse as the game went along.
It was cold out. He had really bad chap lips. I think it was just like.
Hey, he just doesn't use chapstick. He's a football guy.
Do you guys remember Mike or was it Coughlin for the Giants when they played in
Tom Coughlin?
Yeah, Tom Coughlin when they played in Green Bay in that playoff game, and his skin was literally freezing off.
Yeah, he almost had hypothermia, but actually,
yeah, right,
not making up. No, he legit probably had hypothermia.
I thought he was gonna die. That was Brett Favre threw an interception to lose that game at the end, I believe. Yeah,
you're so old.
I was in college for that game.
I sadly do remember that game.
Okay.
All right. And the Giants went on to win the Super Bowl.
Eddie, you and I are the same age.
Why are we bringing up bad memories?
Yeah.
Why?
All right, Kevin, it's your turn for the rant. So you fell ass backwards into a win that you didn't deserve.
It's fine.
You almost lost to a rookie.
You know what? It's fine.
Who looked better than Dak Prescott. So it's we'll go in order. So Eddie did his rant. Now it's yours to
he looked
defend
your
Dak Prescott. Piece of shit team who looked awful and fell ass backwards into a win. So floor is yours.
First time a Bill Belichick team's ever given up 440 pass yards in a regular season. Dak had 445 yards, 3 touchdowns and 1 pick. Yeah, he looked like shit.
And should have lost.
But guess what? The Dallas Cowboys lose these games all the time. So I don't give a fuck that you're saying because I never get to see wins like this. You have as an Eagles fan because the Eagles fall backwards into wins like this, like they did fucking last week when they looked like absolute dog shit against a horrible Panthers team. You looked like absolute dog shit. And you're like, you came here, you're like, never in doubt. Greatest comeback ever. What a team. What a win. Jalen Hurts. And then Jalen Hurts comes back and throws for 115 yards in an NFL game. Eddie could throw for 115 yards in an NFL game. Eddie could.
Oh, don't say it like that.
So I want to hear it. You have the worst fucking quarterback out of the three of us.
You think Mac Jones is... Yes. Wait, hold on. You think Mac Jones is better than Jalen Hurts?
Throws a much better ball. As my wife just texted me, I don't think people want to listen to you guys argue.
Too bad.
This is very annoying.
That's a lie.
Wait, put it up on the screen.
Oh, wait.
Well, guess what? That's what she's getting.
Cut it now.
Cut it now.
Yeah, cut it, Eddie.
Oh.
So, yeah, the Cowboys play a great game? Absolutely not. They had penalty after penalty. How many times is Connor Williams going to have a fucking hold? Also, Dak Prescott was in on the 3rd and goal. He was in. This is why we need a chip in the ball.
Oh, this is sad. You're really going to go
not
this
sad.
route?
We won, but you would be saying this. Here we go. All right, whatever. I'm not even going to fucking talk then. Go.
At this point, I'm all look. Listen, Kayvon Thibodeau's on the table. I might be being like, yeah, he was definitely out. He definitely did score.
He definitely did. But again, if you block a punt and get it within the 10-yard line and then come away with no points, it's pathetic.
All right, well, let me play narrator for this game.
Hold on, let me crush
quick.
Mike McCarthy too, real quick.
Okay.
All right, I was about to say, let's organize this. I know we're playing around, but let's organize
these reaction shows are never organized.
I know, but I'm just gonna play narrator and let it happen. So
Mike McCarthy has one job. Hold on, let me ask you both. Does Mike McCarthy call the offense?
No.
Does Mike McCarthy call the defense?
No.
Does Mike McCarthy call special teams?
God, no.
Okay, so what is his job? The clock. One game he couldn't see it. He just forgot about it. Didn't know where it was.
You have an interesting pinky. Put that back up. Kevin, is that a normal pinky? Or Eddie?
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Maybe I have a bad pinky. I definitely right hand.
This one.
Back. Look at that.
Yeah,
look at my pinky. If you're watching,
yeah. What are you? Brian Baldinger pinky?
That was disgusting.
You have a Brian Baldinger pinky.
That was the worst. Are you an offensive lineman? What was that?
So today
we've had a long life.
Twice with the clock from Mike McCarthy. At the end of the first half, there was 12 seconds on the game clock, 8 seconds on the play clock, and it's rolling down. With 2 seconds left on the play clock, Mike McCarthy calls a timeout on 3rd down. So then Mac Jones was able to just kneel down on 3rd down. Yep, we go to the half. No big deal. Okay, everybody's good. If he would have waited till Mac Jones kneeled down on 3rd down, there still would have been 2 or 3 seconds left on the game clock. Then you call the timeout. Then they're forced to at least do something on 4th down. No, this is a fucking idiot. And then at the end of the game, with 24 seconds left, you complete a long pass to CeeDee Lamb to get into field goal range. It's 4th and 1. He calls timeout with 24 seconds left. You know why? Because he thought CeeDee Lamb got the first down like an idiot. Because he even said, I saw him mouth on the sideline. He didn't get it after he called timeout. So now it's 4th and 1, and you're kicking a field goal with 24 seconds left. Thankfully, it didn't hurt them, but that's like 5 big clock mismanagements this year that thankfully have not come back to haunt the Cowboys yet, but they will at some point. They will.
The key word in that sentence was yet.
Of course it is. I know. I'm not an idiot. I've seen this movie before, but this is a little bit different of a movie. I think this team's a little bit different. And how about Dak going to Cedric Wilson at every important play, except for the touchdown at the end?
I hate that guy.
Cedric?
If I were you, I'd hate that guy.
Why?
He dropped like every other pass.
He came up with 2 big ones.
Yeah, well, that's why I hate him. You should hate him because he drops every other pass.
Well, he's come up clutch. I mean, he's their 4th receiver. He's playing in Michael Gallup's spot.
Eddie, let me ask you this: the Nelson Agholor experience, rated on a school grading scale, A to F. How are you feeling?
I'm thinking I'll give him a D-.
Okay.
D-.
Can you imagine Nelson Agholor dropping a pass that could win you the game in overtime, and then Jalen Mills giving up the touchdown pass that does beat you in overtime?
Sounds eerily familiar to what I am used to.
He was so far, like it wasn't even like. How did Lamb get?
I don't know.
30 yards of distance between them in half a second. It made no sense. Like the guy just like forgot he was playing defense for a second and then realized it after Lamb was behind him.
He's got to cut the green hair.
He like glitched and was like, yeah.
Like that was really good proof for like we're living in a simulation because that guy stopped working.
I was I got to tell you, I was afraid of Winovich, but then he went out. You guys definitely did have a lot of injuries today during the game. A ton.
I don't even know if we have a offensive line yet. We have Plummer that made a touchdown go away. Mm-hmm. Jacoby Myers, by the way, hasn't had a touchdown his entire NFL career. No big deal.
He does have a 2-point conversion now, though.
Yeah, that's sick. We would have won if it was for a touchdown. So
I don't know. So it's the first time I will say I was alive, but it's the first time I can ever remember the Cowboys winning in Foxborough because of the last. Well, no, this wasn't even in Foxborough. They've never won at Gillette Stadium before, ever. This is their first, and the last time they won in New England, I was 6 months old.
The annoying part is I had the tweet saved and ready to go. I was going to be like, better luck next time in 2025, you moron.
How'd that go?
And I didn't get with a bunch of crying faces and just tagging Kevin, but I didn't even get the chance to do it because they ended up winning.
As my Mac Jones tweet continues to just go off. Shout out to Matt from Hammer Down on Pat McAfee, who retweeted it randomly as the Patriots game started.
One of his producers?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Kevin, we're gonna teach you social media. You're on a roll, bud.
I've been taking off.
We're gonna get you.
I figured out ratio. I got a good ratio going now. Might even be able to. Might have to go do another Eddie sweep and see who else I can take out. Get my ratio even better.
You have to do the sweeps. I do them like every other month. I follow nobody and I do them every other month.
Eddie's down to 13 people he follows.
I think I'm at 90.
Let me see.
90?
Yeah.
Total. That's pretty good.
EJ.
I think I have a good amount.
91.
I'm like
91. So someone's got to get
So you have 320 followers and you follow 91.
Cut somebody.
Aidan.
Cut somebody.
Aidan's very good here. Aidan has 1,163 followers and you follow 843.
Uh-huh.
And then I follow 943 and I have 1,091. So I'm getting
You got to keep it clean. Mm-hmm. Got to keep it like that.
I was following 1,700 and I brought it down to 943. So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go unfollow Vince so I can get to 90.
He'll be sad that he's not here.
No, I unfollowed him.
No, he's here.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey, you gotta get to 90.
Hey Vince, what has 4 wheels and doesn't work?
My
car, idiot.
Are you in a parking garage?
I am at a train station. I think.
What are you, me? When I was at the airport?
Yeah. Vince, you look like this is a scene from 8 Mile.
Yeah. It feels like one. I'm not having a good night.
I am.
Yeah, me and Vince are having the same night.
Football today.
Oh, what are you, a terrorist?
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
I don't know. Aidan will probably hang me from City Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get to that. There's a public hanging list that's a mile long.
Let's get to that now. Let's get to all right. So Cowboys. Bye, Vince. Love you. Cowboys win the game. They shouldn't have, but guess what? They won. They're 5-1. They're heading into the bye. Then they take on the Vikings, which I could see the Cowboys coming out and losing after the.
Yeah, you can't lose to the Vikings. You're not going to lose to the Vikings.
You can't. But you know what else really grinds my gears?
The Vikings sneakily being good grinds my gears. But go ahead. That like grinds my gears. The fact that they're like actually kind of good. But you go ahead.
Coming out of a timeout or a TV timeout, and you have too many men on the fucking field as a defense, which the Cowboys have. How do you come out from a TV timeout and have 12 guys on the field? How's it happen?
Listen, we can't run around in the end zone without getting a pick play called on us. So you're preaching to the choir here.
No, you did for Ertz's last touchdown. Thank God. If that would have got called back, I think the city would have burned.
Did you guys? I don't know if you guys were watching, but he was on the sideline for the Cardinals game. Also, the Cardinals,
they're nasty.
This was it. We said they had to win on the road for us to take them serious.
We believe now.
I believe now. But anyway, Zach Ertz was on the sideline and he was like in the Cardinals gear. And I was like, wait, no. Why does that guy look familiar? And I was like, oh my God, it's Zach Ertz. No. How did this happen?
How about him playing the Thursday night game in Philly, flying to Arizona to meet everybody, and then flying to Cleveland just to be there? And he's a team guy crying about leaving Philly.
You hate to trade a guy like that.
Yeah.
That's a good locker room guy.
if only your piece of shit scumbag terrorist point guard in the basketball team would take a lesson from Zach Ertz and realize what it took to be a winner in this city instead of a fucking loser that everybody hated.
He's gonna forget about Philadelphia after the next 2 wins in a row, and he's at a pool party in Scottsdale. He's like, yeah, I don't remember anything.
Without a doubt. Like, listen, he put in almost a decade worth of service to this city. Like, if he goes to Arizona, goes to a pool party every week, it's 90 degrees. He's playing in that retractable roof dome, and they go to the Super Bowl. I will root for him 100%.
Absolutely.
Like, I have you know what? He earned his keep. I love him to death, but I'm also like glad that he gets another chance at the end of his career to be a winner and go out a winner. So it's all good to me. Like, I love him to death. I legit, like, if you're a new athlete in the city who gets drafted highly, and we said, I've been watching Kayvon Thibodeau highlights. We need to watch a few. I would just show the highlight of like Ertz crying and Ertz being like, no one cares about your statistics and anything like that. Just win. Like, that's all. He was like, you just need to win and be good. And in his ending press conference, like, that was what I would like. I would show it to every single person who gets drafted: hockey, baseball, football, basketball, doesn't matter. I would just show those 2 highlights and be like, if you get caring and winning and trying hard, you'll be totally fine. It does not take that much.
Well, all of your sports teams are going to have problems moving forward for a long time. Except for maybe Joel Embiid.
Well,
yeah, he gets it. He has gotten the city, and he's gotten, but like, we don't have to do like the full Joel Embiid thing. We'll do that on Drunk Off PNR with Eddie and I. But like, he gets it. Like, it's not that hard to get. Try really hard and win games. Like,
but
if you just try, like, it's not that hard.
But it's different in Philadelphia too, because people dig in on their sides, and like there's a group of fan base that are actively rooting against Jalen Hurts in the Eagles fan base just because they want to be right that he wasn't the right pick and that they liked Carson. And there's still the fucking Foles people.
They played well today. I don't know if you guys saw the Colts game, but we look pretty good.
Is that the 2-win Colts team?
I don't want to toot my horn, but he looked pretty good. I don't know what you want me to do.
They're like 2-5.
I can root for Jalen Hurts and also be really fucking right about Carson Wentz. I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm not saying that. I'm saying there are people in the Philadelphia fan base that are actively rooting against Jalen Hurts and hope that he does lose, so they are proven right. Well, and it's not just win. It's you're like Carson was always dealing with the Foles people. He could have kept winning, and those people still would have actively rooted against him. It's very different than a lot of fan bases.
They all have the same. They all have the same person who supplies their paychecks, and they all have a microphone and work for a certain radio station, which is the issue. But I think everyone else kind of like just has an idea. I have an Eagles rant. We can get to that if you want to. It's kind of related to this because that's him waving goodbye. This is just bad. Also, if you're Jalen Mills, I talked about this last week with Zeke Elliott high stepping into the end zone. If you're Jalen Mills right there, the game-winning touchdown gets scored in your face, and a guy's waving goodbye to you, you have to punch that guy.
Yeah, you have to swing on him.
You have to swing. The game's already over. If you get ejected, who cares?
Right. And you stink. So if you're suspended for a game, who cares?
Yeah, if you lose that game, then you're just 2-4.
Because Bill Belichick would put him in a dungeon that he would have to sleep in for the next 2
They might win more games.
Swing away.
I mean, that's great value for Jalen Mills going forward if he knocks out CeeDee Lamb right there.
I have to say too, I think I'm starting to fall off the Tony Romo is great bandwagon.
Really? Are you?
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Why was that ever a bandwagon?
What?
Everyone loved him because he called out the plays when he first.
Now he doesn't do that. I don't know.
Explain why do you think?
I don't know. He just like everything's great, everything's good. Like he's like, Greg Zuerlein having a great year. He's a great kicker. He's not having a fucking great year. He missed what could have been a game-winning kick. He doesn't like to criticize anyone and call it. It's just I don't know. He's just. I like to be on both sides, which is most announcers, but I don't know. I love Tony as a player and as a person, but today I didn't think was his best game either.
He's a coward. It's fine.
He's good, but my gold standard is Kirk Herbstreit, and I just don't think we appreciate him enough.
We don't.
Like, he's just like so good. I don't know how you guys feel, but I really like him.
Celebrate good times. That's how I feel.
I think Booger is the gold standard.
Oh God, bye. You got a 10-second timeout for that.
Should I do my rant while Eddie's gone?
Yeah.
About the Eagles?
Sure. All right. He's out of timeout, but he can't talk.
Back. All right. That's fine. Eddie, I'll do my rant while you're stuck in timeout. If I'm thinking that Booger is a good announcer. Best. All right. So the Eagles obviously lost. We're doing a game day reaction show on a day where the Eagles didn't play because they played on Sunday night.
But the Cowboys played and they won.
Barely.
Continue.
They won, but did they actually win?
But that does. Remember last week when you were raving about a game? Did they really win?
Yeah, we won in all three facets of that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you may continue.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we lost to the defending Super Bowl champions on Thursday night. For the entire first half, we just got outclassed by the Buccaneers, and the game. The reaction from the game was not believing that Nick Sirianni is a coach who can coach in the NFL. And I totally get if Eagles fans feel that way. Like, you think he doesn't have a good game plan, he doesn't get the ball to Miles Sanders enough. All of that is totally fine. They didn't lose that game because of Nick Sirianni. They lost that game because the same way that every team in Philly keeps losing. They don't
suck.
Have talent. Correct, Kevin. They suck. They suck. They have no talent. They are so deprived of talent and depth. That is why they are losing. We keep firing we keep firing the coach in every sport and keeping the GM, and nothing changes. You look at every sport in the city. We just did it with the Phillies. It just ended. You fired Gabe Kapler, who went to the Giants and won 106 games. You kept the GM. What happened? You brought in Joe Girardi, who won a World Series with the Yankees. Nothing changed. You
with
still
a team with talent.
Yeah, the Phillies still collapsed in September. Nothing changed at all. You just did in basketball. In basketball, you fired Brett Brown. Where did you get? The same spot. You collapse in the second round of the playoffs with Doc Rivers, who's a proven coach, just like Joe Girardi, proven coach. And you fell ass backwards and lost in both of those because even though you fired the coach and brought in a new guy, you ended up in the same spot because you didn't change the GM, and the GMs that were in charge fucked up. Here we are with the Eagles. It doesn't matter how many times Nick Sirianni calls a run. It doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls if he's playing a soft zone. It doesn't fucking matter because the team sucks. They are bad. They are losers. Everyone on the team sucks. You are below average at so many positions it's hard to count. Your best linebacker can't cover anyone. Alex Singleton is your best linebacker, and that's really saying something painful. You were below average at linebacker. You were below average at safety. If you take Javon Hargrave or Fletcher Cox off the field, have no depth at defensive line. You were again in a position where the wide receivers stink. You were below average at quarterback. You were below average at running back. With the 3 injuries and the Lane Johnson thing at offensive line, you were below average there. This is not a Disney Channel movie. It's not if you try hard and everything falls your way, it'll work out for you. That's not how real life works. You just have to be better. I was listening to this podcast for college football, and they're talking about all the things that Kentucky had to do to win the game. And it was like, well, Will Levis can't turn the ball over, and they need to make a play on special teams, and they have to run the ball effectively. And it was like for Georgia. Well, you know why Georgia won? Because the 11 people they have on defense are just fucking better than everyone they have on Kentucky. Because this is sports. And this is how it works in the real life. And the Eagles have no talent because they have a GM who can't draft talent and hasn't been able to do it. And they haven't drafted a Pro Bowler that's been on this team, if you discount Carson Wentz, who's been traded since Fletcher Cox in 2012. It has been a decade since they've drafted a Pro Bowl player. So you can talk about Nick Sirianni's game plan. You can talk about bubble screens. And you can talk about running the ball. You can talk about all this stupid shit. It doesn't matter when every player on the team sucks. And that's what the problem is. They stink. They are losers. And until they draft and infuse this roster with talent, it doesn't matter what the fucking game plan is, because this is a Disney Channel movie like Luck of the Irish where you can wear a lucky coin like this and you win. That's not how real life works. You put talent on the roster and then you win.
Yeah.
That guy has talent.
Who, Jalen Mills?
No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're completely right. They've done it in
I can't
every
deal with,
aspect of Philadelphia sports.
Like, why argue about if Jalen Hurts is good or not if you're not going to put a roster around him that can prove, like, you won't know.
That's
like,
why I'm so excited that the Eagles have 3 picks, because they're going to fuck up all of them.
I'm very, like, if the Lions win a game, we legit could have the first overall pick
and draft
Matt Corral,
Kayvon Thibodeau. It's done. Like, it's like
you're taking a quarterback with one of those picks.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I can't wait till Spencer Rattler declares.
Oh,
I'm so in on Caleb Williams. He could declare tomorrow. I want him so bad. I took one look at that kid. I was like, yep, he's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad he took over. You guys have probably seen the highlight from QB1, but Spencer Rattler is just like a terrible human being.
I watched the entire series. I hated him since I watched that.
Yeah, he's a terrible human being. Yeah,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
He got kicked off his high school team. He just bullied his backup quarterback the whole time.
Mm-hmm. He would like Eddie. He would like berate the other players on his team. Like, he was just terrible. Like, he was just like, not even talking about quarter. And like the one play they would show, like, it was part of the highlight. Like, he threw a very like interception where you're like, that was a terrible throw. And he like blamed it on his receiver or something. And it was like screaming. He's just been like a terrible person.
He's just, I hope he got kicked off the team. Yeah. He's just, I hate him. I hate him so much.
Good luck playing for SMU next year, pal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So for the Eagles, like, it's just like a talent. I'm so tired of we would do this with the Phillies where we'd be like, I can't believe Joe Girardi brought so-and-so in on the 6th inning. And like, who the hell did you want him to bring in that was going to get 3 outs? And it's like with the Sixers, like, I can't believe Doc Rivers' substitutions. Like, who do you want him to bring in when the point guard can't shoot? Like, this is just a talent thing. And now we're at that point with Nick Sirianni where he very well could be a bad coach. I'm not saying he's not. But at the same time, it's like, who cares? Because you could have switched sides and Bruce Arians for the Buccaneers could have coached that game for the Eagles. We weren't winning because we're just not as good as them. Because they've got Devin White and Levante David running around. And Levante David didn't even play. You got Shaq Barrett at defensive end. And they drafted all this talent. Vita Vea. Yeah, another one. You think about it, like, they drafted Mike Evans in the 1st round. We drafted Jalen Reagor. They drafted Chris Godwin in the 2nd round. We drafted J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. This is not hard to figure out.
J.J. doesn't even have a stat this year. Except for I think he has a tackle.
Target.
I didn't realize he was still on your team.
He's barely on the team. He plays special teams. That's it.
Boy.
And that's the thing.
And he gets offensive PIs.
Yeah, they'll hype him up. Eddie, they'll hype him up. Like, the coaches, they'll have to explain, like, why he's on the team. And they'll be like, oh, well, like, we need him for special teams. And, like, he's a good blocker and all this stuff. And, like, so everything that, like, you don't care that a wide receiver does. Like, occasionally I'd like my wide receiver to get open. That's the difference between us and the Bucs. Before Tom Brady ever arrived there, look at all the talent that they drafted. Devin White, Levante David, Shaq Barrett, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Like, all these guys, Donovan Smith on the offensive line. Like, they just draft their center. I'm forgetting his name, but he's a maniac who almost fought Derek Barnett. Like, they drafted all this guy. They drafted all of these guys. Antoine Winfield, who didn't even play. Like
Richard Sherman, that was a great pickup.
Yeah, they drafted well. They picked up well. That he kind of sucks. But they drafted well. Like, they infused the roster with talent, and then Tom Brady looked at it and was like, yeah, this roster has a lot of talent. Like, it's just like not that hard to figure out. So I don't know why we're worried about if Nick Sirianni is a good coach or not. It doesn't fucking matter because this team sucks.
They do. But the Cowboys do not, because they're 5-1. They're leading the division, and they may have this thing wrapped up by Thanksgiving, which actually could. Oh my God, Quentin Bohanna from the Dallas Cowboys just liked my tweet.
Really?
About Mac Jones, yeah.
Oh, it's going off. All right.
Oh, you're actually like going off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kevin.
There you go.
I'm so proud of you. You're our boomer who has figured out how to use Twitter. We're so proud of you, man.
Thank you. I'm getting there. It makes me feel, and like, I don't know. Then I'm like, ooh, maybe Pat McAfee actually saw my tweet since his guy retweeted it. It just makes me feel good.
Maybe.
It's a little bit. Having multiple wins today. It is funny where the watch, my normal resting heart rate's 43. It was at like 85 during the game.
You did text me that you were like, I want to take your strategy and turn my phone off.
Yeah. I did. And not because of Eddie. Close. And not because of Allie, but because of Scumbag Joe, who's not even a Patriots fan. He's just like, oh, where's Kevin at? Where is he? Why did you picture?
No one can expect me not to talk shit at any given moment about anything.
Well, that's fair, but I have Deontay Johnson in fantasy, and you just had a great run.
We also talk about Russell Wilson a little bit. I love Russ, but like, did you see what he put on Instagram with like the God's plan and this and that? And it was a black and white picture of him like looking at his finger. It's like, bro, you stubbed your finger.
How did Sierra end up with him and then also end up with Future? And that might be a good cut.
that
Eddie don't get to talk about this stuff on a basketball podcast, but I know we both listen to Future, and it's just like listening to him and then listening to Russell Wilson talk. How did she find interest in both of those men?
I need a 30 for 30 on that.
Yeah, it is not very similar at all.
I also have Mike Tagg texting me right now. Someone messaged me about Dak getting hurt. Did I miss something?
He said that? he That's hilarious. Wait, he's typing right now. If I would have thought about this sooner, I'd be like, Mike, just come on the show.
We need to have him on the
show.
so
fired up. He could have took my place, and I could have watched more Kayvon Thibodeau highlights.
He did say this game aged me 5 years.
The game should not have been close at all.
It should not
the Cowboys should have won by
100%.
Eddie, this is what they deal with. They're worried about games before fucking Columbus Day.
Oh, God.
And that ages them 5 years. Wait till you guys actually play a playoff game.
He said, "Oh, I missed that. I was running around the house."
Okay. I know he's being 100% serious. That's the funniest part.
Oh God,
I can't. I see the Patriots let down Schwartzy, Jason Tatum.
Allie was in the building.
Like,
Wait, she was at the game?
Yeah, Allie was at the game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She got off the boat from Portugal or the plane and went straight to the game. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Gotta respect it.
Yeah, I do respect that.
That's dedication to the game, honestly.
Yes.
That definitely is. Can I talk? I have one more rant, and it's not really a rant because you guys are just going to agree with it after 10 seconds. Because we're talking about just like things that happened today.
Go ahead.
We need to talk about how toxic the Washington football team is and just how sick it was what they did today to
it's just
Sean Taylor deserved for his jersey to be retired 100%.
Yep.
But to do it on 3 days notice, and everyone, the talk this week has been, the John Gruden emails, the John Gruden investigation. That wasn't this was not an investigation into John Gruden. It was an investigation into the Washington football team and how toxic they are and how bad they are as a franchise and all of the bad things that they do.
They literally were taking topless pictures of their cheerleaders and just emailing them around.
Just sending them around. Yeah, crazy.
Think about all the stuff that they've been through. Like, this isn't even the worst. The John Gruden thing isn't even the worst thing they've been through. And like, yeah, it smeared him, but it was really like an investigation of them. Like last year at this time, they were dealing with sexual harassment in the workplace. Articles and just stories.
Which just disappeared.
which just disappeared. And to make John Gruden thing disappear this time, they honored a guy on 3 days' notice who should have his jersey retired, but you know why they did it the way that they did it.
Yep.
It was to cover up the issues that they've been having and how toxic they've been and how bad the PR has been for them. And just like that guy died. Like this isn't like a normal Hall of Fame thing. Like you're honoring someone who was shot and killed because someone came into his house and shot him and killed him. And like even I just feel
you're
bad
using
for his,
this as a deflection.
Yeah, and you're using this as a shield. You're using his death as a shield because you're a toxic work environment and you have an owner who is toxic and does everything wrong. And your GM got fired for everything he did, and your coach is the one with racist emails. And to use that guy's death as a shield is wrong. They should be ashamed of themselves for what they did.
I could not agree more. His family coming out saying that they had no idea. They found out when everybody else did. Like, how is that even possible?
That's how you know it's a complete PR stunt because the family had no idea until 3 days before the game when they finally thought of it.
Yeah, Imagine getting the call and be like, "Hey, you got to be in Washington in 3 days. Like, we're gonna honor his jersey." Like, that's just not how you do things. No. That's not how life works.
No, it's
embarrassing.
If I'm even Roger Goodell,
I thought they would cancel it. They didn't. They still did it. I for sure thought this was like, "Hey, our bad. We'll do it and make it a big deal in a couple of weeks."
If I'm Roger Goodell, I would have called them and be like, "Yeah, we're not doing this."
You know why Roger Goodell didn't stop them from doing it? Because Roger Goodell is in cahoots with all these people. Like he doesn't want a bad PR story about the NFL. Like he's probably in with let's honor this dead guy, and then it gets our name out of the mud.
And they did it at pregame, not even halftime. So maybe the stadium probably wasn't. Well, the stadium is never full, but the stadium, there was probably no one there.
Guys, the stadium was leaking actual shit.
That's nasty.
To start the year. Everything they do is wrong. They had a racist name. They have sewage seeping out. They have the worst constructed stadium. Like everything they do is wrong.
We have a racist named shit stadium and Joe Judge all in the same division.
Yes.
How about Joe Judge calling for a 4th and 1 QB sneak in his own 25 with his quarterback who is in concussion protocol all this week, and he didn't get the first down.
Bottom 3 coach, unironically.
Hey, you think I hate him now? Wait till he cost me Kayvon Thibodeau because his record is worse than the Dolphins. I will say some things that will end up. I will end up in a penitentiary when I am done with him.
Aidan's on a watch list already.
Yes.
Last week on this show, I demanded a public hanging of a certain someone.
He declared Philadelphia, Afghanistan.
Listen, there's one person in this world whose name starts with H, who's the worst person who ever lived, and it's not Hitler. That's all I'm going to say.
I do have to say, Eddie, before we get out of here, I mean, this is given the olds our first win.
Oh, that's ugly. My entire team is hurt or on bye this week. I'm fine with it.
It was a rough week. I don't know if you guys felt that way, but during the 1:00 games, everyone who scored, you were like, I don't think this helps anyone's fantasy team.
Oh, it helped. Yeah, I
don't think anyone's doing
only
well.
Helped them. It literally only helped them
because I picked up Jared Cook this week, who scored a touchdown. The rookie for the Bears running back played him. Oh yeah,
yeah,
yep.
It was random. It was like big week for the Khalil Herbert fantasy owners. Like if you had Derrick Henry plays on Monday Night Football and Christian McCaffrey's hurt and Nick Chubb's hurt, so and Kamara's on a bye. So if you have any of the big guys, you're like, well, I don't know what to do from here. But it's like, oh, Khalil Herbert played well.
I was looking forward to this week 3 weeks ago, and this was what the projection was then. So I knew what time it was. Hands up. I was like, maybe Lamar will go crazy. He didn't.
He did not. But yeah, all right. 43 minutes. Long enough.
Oh, Chargers are frauds, by the way.
Yeah, I was very upset.
I'm sad.
Yeah. I think they're going to have to drop out of the top 5. You had them at 1 the last 2 weeks, didn't you?
That's ugly.
Yep. Yeah, Eddie, I called my shot with the Chargers and had them at 1.
You do just have a rain cloud over you.
I will gladly put on the TikTok. Like the Cardinals can be 1 now. But I think our logic was strong.
Yes.
Like
I like the Cardinals, so maybe you shouldn't say that.
Yeah. Maybe you should keep them out.
Whoa, I guess you guys didn't see my betting predictions yesterday because I went 3-1 and I had Chiefs minus 5.5.
6-1.
I got killed this weekend. I saw you took UNH.
I did. They were my only loss.
Yeah. Why would in what world are you taking UNH versus like Vermont?
I was listening to gambling podcasts, and I get my I listen to Patriot League, Ivy League, and then they sprinkle in at the end. They talk about the games that don't matter, like New Hampshire, and they're like, take New Hampshire. I was like, all right, I'm in.
I saw New Hampshire written down in your little chicken scratch. I was like, in what world? There's no way I'm reading this correctly.
Yeah, I had New Hampshire, but all the main guys won. Like I had Oklahoma, I had Cincinnati, I had and Alabama. They all covered, and it was like the third quarter. I was doing the math. I was like, I suck at math, but I feel like I'm gonna be all right. And this over from Oklahoma TCU.
I lost everything this weekend.
Weekend winners.
So bad.
Our weekend winners college football show. We went 25-3 as a show yesterday.
That actually is amazing.
And Joe had 2 of the 3 losses.
It was a great show. Okay. I carried it, obviously.
Yes, you were in. You were in it. I could not be there.
Big dogs. Joe and Kevin skipped it. Yep.
So Eddie took over.
Who can replace 2 people with just themselves? So here I am.
Edmund.
All
right, boys. Yes.
All right. Any last thoughts? I just need talent. I need Kayvon Thibodeau. I need Jahan Dotson. I need Chris Olave. I need the safety from Notre Dame. I want more first round.
Kyle Hamilton.
I have 3. Carson Wentz played so well. Oh, come on, baby. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Come on. Come on.
Healthy, but lose. Stay healthy, but lose.
Yeah. Listen, I'm very afraid. Like they're gonna win that division. Like I don't know if you've seen their schedule. The toughest game. No, Eddie. This isn't like a pro Carson Wentz thing.
No, I know it's the tight. Like Colts have the easiest schedule in the league, but like
it's like they play the Texans, Jaguars twice, the Jets. The hardest game they have in the next like 5 weeks or the back half of the schedule is the 49ers, who are like not good now. Like it's bad.
Don't they have to play
the Titans?
Yeah,
they play the Titans because they're in the same division. Like if they win that one game, like they'll be fine. Like this isn't a Carson Wentz pro.
No,
agenda.
I know that.
This is just like good. Their schedule sucks.
Well, I'm just gonna sit here and wait. 4. I'm gonna wait for Trevon Diggs to retweet my tweet because when that happens,
then it's 5. Give me 6 first round picks. Give me 7.
Give me a healthy calf for Dak Prescott. Give me Tyron Smith. Okay. Give me Michael Gallup back. Give me Tank Lawrence back. We're going into the bye.
I want 8
sit back. Just gonna relax.
Give me 8. Give me 8 first round picks.
I get them all wrong.
I'm addicted. I'm addicted to college talent. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah, we'll give you Jalen Hurts.
I want a new quarterback.
Talent.
Send me a new quarterback.
You could try
and a new offensive coordinator, please. I'll keep the quarterback. Give me an offensive coordinator, please. That's all I want.
Give me 8. I don't want 3.
Ship him out to Las Vegas to take over the Raiders. That's the only way.
Yeah. Oh, send McDaniels to Jacksonville once Urban gets fired.
Hey, Urban won. Urban won.
He's done.
Ed Orgeron parting ways. Urban Meyer now he has his choice between LSU and
job
USC.
opening.
Did you? I was reading it to Eddie. So the terms of Ed Orgeron before we get out of here. They are firing him without cause, so they need to pay him $16.949 million, and the payouts will be delivered in 18 installments starting this December and ending in December of 2025. And the first payment is due in 2 months, which is $5.68 million. So they're just going to have to pay him $17 million to live the dream.
Any fan base in America would pay $16 million like that to win a national championship. That's the way you got to think of it.
Absolutely.
You got one national championship out of it. Would you pay $17 million to the coach to do it? Everyone would say yes. That is the fee that they're paying right now. Yep. That's just how it is.
And Jamar Chase from Joe Burrow look like freaks.
Give me 4 first-round picks. Somebody trade me another one. Give me 5.
Coach O, first ballot 6. Hall of Fame, Finesse Hall of Fame. First ballot.
Amen.
7.
All right, boys. That was fun. Eddie, I'm sorry for your loss, but not sorry. 5-1. Right. Sit the Cowboys 9. On top of the division. We'll be back midweek for our actual real show. Cowboys on a bye, so maybe we'll get another Eagles talent in here as an interview. And, love you all. Follow us on everywhere. Aidan is having a seizure.
Give me all the first-round picks.